Taylor Epps here to talk to you about heat. There's not much of it outside. It's windy, it's chilly. It's November here in Western New York, so a lot of us have already switched the heat on. But let's look past this upcoming winter and talk about the future, which is going to look a little different because of New York State's climate goals. Now, this is not the first time we've talked about this, and that's because there are still so many concerns and so many questions about how all of this is going to work. So we're going to follow this for you every step of the way. Hearing concerns from James Newman, head of NOCO, which has been serving Western New York through each energy evolution for the past 90 years. State Senator Patrick Gallivan, who says we are not ready for these changes. And then we get answers from Doreen Harris, head of the state office leading this push to electric. But we'll start with a Western New Yorker getting ready for the snow to come.
We just want to make sure that we're all prepared.
Prepared for days like this. Lamar Smith and his wife just moved back to Buffalo from the town of Tonawanda this month. So he stopped by this winter preparedness event to stock up on things to get their new place ready for anything.
It was horrifying, okay, for a lot of people, especially I run a large group, the WNY Community Bulletin Board. So it's about 28,000 people there. And I got a chance to see kind of firsthand through their eyes, through their pictures, through their lives, how they were impacted.
It's a community resource of 28,000 people that they started in 2015. It's a space where they can talk and help each other out.
Pull together, get the information they needed, the resources they needed, and then again, just make sure that we all survive as much as we can.
So as we head into this winter with the 2022 blizzard still on our minds, New York's climate goals line the path forward. That means all electric cars, all electric buildings, electric heating to cook your food and to keep you warm. Lamar's new place uses natural gas, so I asked him what he thinks about moving electric.
Uncertain. I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I'm definitely all about preservation, energy conservation, and everything like that. However, I also, my cousin, for example, she survived the blizzard last year all because of her gas stove.
I think it's a very complex topic. It's not like going from oil to gas, right? It's a next energy evolution.
Shifting with the energy changes is what NOCO does. James Newman's grandfather was delivering coal door to door 90 years ago. Now James talks to customers about what's next.
The switch from natural gas to something else isn't as clear. You hear about electrification, and that is part of the solution. But what that means for the individual consumer is not clear for them. And I am not in any way fighting the move to electric. I just say for our customers, it's not clear what that means.
He's got 4 concerns with the plan to go electric. 1, the cost for his customers. He says installing heat pumps can cost anywhere from $8,000 to $15,000.
It's probably twice what a standard natural gas furnace would cost. We hear a lot of things like tax subsidies. We're gonna do rebates. Well, if you're a consumer that's trying to put a new heating system and you don't want to hear about a rebate that's going to come 3 years down the road or 2 years down the road, you want to talk about the check that you have to write that day.
2, the timeline.
What if we don't hit these dates? Do we admit failure? And so I've been challenged. Well, if we don't set dates, there'll be no urgency. To me, we could get some short-term, easier to implement, like let's just reduce consumption.
3, where is this electricity coming from?
Everybody waves the wand of solar and wind. Well, that's going to take a lot of manufacturing. To get electrification, you're going to have better service.
And finally, is it the right fit?
Just thinking about a guy in Cattaraugus County that's asked to be putting a heat pump in, right? Well, he might have an older home with poor electricity service in general out there. Does it make sense for him?
For Newman, it's a matter of rethinking the plan.
We shouldn't be looked at as the enemy here. I think we all embrace this. We know we have to, but I think we have some ideas on how it could be done with greater clarity.
State Senator Patrick Gallivan is concerned this push to electric will push people away.
It should be my decision whether I have a gas stove or not. I know it's going to cost this much. I can't afford to stay in New York because of this added cost.
He also worries about how this will work in our colder climate.
We need to look no further than last year, the problems with lack of electricity and the people that died directly from losing power in their homes.
And that voices aren't being heard.
It's rather, we believe this is good. We're telling you that this is going to be the policy of the state and you have to live with it. And the majority of people do not agree with the electrification of New York State right now.
So I looked through some studies from the U.S. Energy Information Administration, and they show that older homes, like we have here in Western New York, tend to use natural gas more. They also show that energy insecure homes tend to get billed more, so you can understand why people are so concerned here. So I brought these concerns to Doreen Harris. She's the president and CEO of NYSERDA, the state office leading the Climate Action Plan.
Our transition is one that will happen over decades, but also be affordable.
So we'll start with the money. Harris points to the state's Empower Plus program.
Literally, we are paying for these upgrades, specifically for low to moderate income New Yorkers.
To get in on this, you have to already participate in a utility assistance program, have income lower than the state median, or live in one of these areas in Buffalo or Niagara Falls. Now to the timing.
But the time to really get at your heating and cooling systems is during the natural cycle of replacement. And so when we think about goals for 2050, all of us will be looking at replacements in those coming decades.
Giving you the time to prepare and giving the state the time to strengthen the grid.
Statistically speaking, we actually have one of the most reliable grids in the country. We are not going to see future blackouts or those challenges that we see in other states because we plan.
And then what about those worst case scenarios, like another blizzard?
That's very much part of that planning. It's planning not only to make your home more efficient and to stay cooler or warmer for a longer period of time, but also how to make your way through an emergency situation.
So it seems like the key here is that this is still a plan, a flexible one that'll develop over the next 2 decades.
I definitely believe in all of these ideas. I just, we need to see a smoother transition.
We're a voice for Western New York. Taylor Epps, 7 News.